And that's the biggest eye opener, isn't it? You know, I think all of our expectations, because we read a lot, heard a lot, saw a lot, and the rumor at the the coffee table and the water cooler was such that the Riders are great. And so even though they left a good portion of their starters and on defense at home, and even though all of those, we all expected more. Players expected more. They're disappointed. They're embarrassed. Coaches expected more. Coaches embarrassed because the coaches got beat up too.
Because Jones said, "You got to coach them better." And he says that a lot.
He does. He owns it. He does own it. It's great. Yeah.
And he owns it. He takes responsibility. And he said that after the game. We got to coach them better.
Never heard that in 2015, did he?
No, not very often. No, but it's a bit of a change there for that.
Well, let's place kicking.
Yeah,
pretty good. Pretty good. Huh? Yeah. About a 55-yarder.
Yeah, 55-yarder. Yeah. Good tailwind.
Still, you've got to hit it straight.
Yes.
From that distance, and the goal uprights must look like a tuning fork from 55 yards away. Do we have a place kicking controversy here?
I don't think. I think Crepagna's got the job. He's proven it over and over. And I don't know how injured he is or what the injury is. But I understand he's going to be back in the regular season, and Lowther would just sort of back up and be part of that trio. But pretty impressive performance, considering it was all the points they scored, because no one else could get anywhere near the end zone.
Yeah, their only touchdown was on the runway in Saskatoon.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a little comedy for today.
Geez, I haven't heard that in a lead very often.
I've used that one so many times. The Riders used to come back from a futile road trip, especially they go to Montreal every year, and it'd just be this awful trip to Montreal. And then they'd arrive in Regina and they'd kind of slink into the terminal, and I'd go up to them and ask them what went wrong. And then I would use they finally got a touchdown. I think I used that every year after the Montreal game for forever. So, and after, I could have used it after that game at Clark Stadium too, but I won't belabor that.
I think Brett Lowther was impressive, if I can jump to that. I thought Cameron Judge had himself a good game, considering Samuel Guavin was, for some reason, not starting. You don't want to read a lot.
Why start him at this point?
I know. That probably makes it, and I wonder if maybe they just left him off the roster and forgot to include him. But he had a pressure on Riley, and he had a big hit across the middle. I don't know if it was cross. I can't remember who it was. Had a big tackle, had a couple of defensive tackles, and he looks like he can play well. And that maybe, and I'm kind of speculating a bit, maybe they can start, but Sam Hurl's still.
After yesterday, do they want to go with Sam Hurl?
Yeah, I know. Or do they want to go Sam Hurl in the middle? And so they move Aguavin to the middle.
They can't do that.
No, they can't. They got to move Aguavin to the middle, and then let maybe Judge can play Will where he's supposed to play. And I was very impressed. And he wasn't on the field a lot, but I thought, boy, here's the guy, the second overall pick, who looked like he belonged out there in a preseason game. Now it'll be different against Calgary because the competition will be a lot better, just because the teams are on the field with their starters. But I was impressed by Judge. I thought the kid did pretty well.
I think overall this is a pretty good football team. You can take yesterday or the Sunday, and flush it. It's apples against bananas.
But it's all number two, isn't it? Like the second game.
The second game.
Like that's where you're going to get Claris out there, and you're going to get the guys that were going to likely start the game. So it's building, and that'll be a lot of fun.
That's why it's so tough to see the quarterbacks. Like, this was their chance, and they go out there and they don't really do anything. They with a dominant story going in, and they don't even deserve a headline today. So I think it's just you feel for them that the way it worked out. And Steve, sometimes it just happens that way. But they weren't ready. Ready to play. They weren't ready to play their ones. That's for sure.